What is up, guys? Ultimus here with another quick video for you, taking a look at what was released a couple days ago on the beta realms for Warlords of Draenor, the rating sets for heroic difficulty. Now, if you'll remember from some of the patch notes, or maybe you are unaware, what Blizzard is doing is for each of the levels of difficulty in rating, they are offering a unique looking set of gear. Now, the set bonuses, your 2-piece and your 4-piece bonus, will remain the same per tier. The looks of the gear will be different. Blizzard is trying to emphasize being set apart for if you're a heroic or mythic raider, giving you something that is worth your time or making you stand out amongst the rest. And this went over surprisingly well with the community, actually, which is kind of cool. So what we're going to be looking at here is each of the classes and their heroic difficulty sets. Here is the warrior tier 17, I believe it is, heroic set. Now, some of the pieces here, the belt and the boots, as you can see, are actually the Primal Gladiators Elite set. You only had the main pieces available to us for the tier sets, so that's of course helm, shoulders, chest, gloves, and legs. Boots and belts were whatever you could get, so those do look a bit off. I do apologize for that. And the sword itself is actually the Honor PvP sword, as opposed to the Conquest sword, which we typically have equipped, but I've been using this sword because I think it looks pretty. But the warrior set looks cool. I like it. Definitely has that Iron Horde feel to it. Again, you can see on the shoulders it does resemble a lot of those iron stars. It's even got the flames coming off of it. Not the coolest looking set I think I've ever seen. I'm not all on board for it, but I've definitely seen worse as well, so not bad. Next is the Shaman. I do like the cyclones going on those shoulders there. Matches the Shaman aesthetic cool. The helmet itself is pretty neat as well. I feel like it has almost a Roman gladiator feel to it, so it's a bit strange for a Shaman set, but it still looks cool and it works. Not, again, I feel like overall most of these sets you'll probably hear me say that I don't feel like they're my favorite out of anything I've seen, to be completely honest. And this might be the first time in a long time that I've actually liked the way the PvP sets looked for the most part, more so than the PvE sets. Typically it's the other way around, but in this particular case so far I have enjoyed the PvP sets more than the PvE sets. The texture detail on these is still super cool, I think, and I really am enjoying the shoulders. I've said before in one of my videos that I always feel like the shoulders are what really brings the set together. If your shoulders look like garbage, then to me the rest of the set looks like utter garbage, and so definitely carrying the weight of this set on its shoulders, pun intended. Next is the Death Knight. Not a very Death Knight looking set, though I can see where they're going out with the helmet. It's very Gron looking. It's got the skull there with the one eye. Again, looks like the Grons that you'll see wandering throughout Outland and Draenor. So definitely carries with it that big colossal juggernaut type feel to it. I almost feel like this set looks more warrior-ish than the warrior set. I feel like they're slightly reversed, but maybe that's just me. That's okay. Also, I'm sure being on a Tauren doesn't help the way the set looks as well. That helmets always look kind of funny on Taurens, I think. But either way, it's not a terrible looking set either, I don't think. I think this one I do like a little bit more than the warrior set, which initially I had no cares about the set, but the more I look at it, the more it's grown on me. The Warlock set I really like a lot. Just the helmet itself. It almost looks like Mathalel from Diablo 3. Has that Lord of Death kind of look to it. The flaming shoulders there, pretty cool. Almost looks like a Fell Hunter feel to it. But I do like the colors. I like the way the set comes together. I like the way that there's really no face showing there for the faceplate there. It's just a cloth covering with a little bit of flame going around it. This one's probably one of my favorite ones out of all of them. And then we're going to come to my actual favorite so far out of all the tier 17 pieces, and that is the Paladin. The helmet's probably the only part of the set I don't particularly care for, but the set itself I really like. It reminds me of the original Paladin tier 4, the Justicar set. It almost feels like a throwback to that. I do like that animation on the shoulders there. I bet this set would look super cool on Draenei. Definitely has that Draenei architecture to it, obviously. Next is the Priest. I do like the headset the most out of these, but the shoulders are pretty cool too. As you can see those skulls popping off the side there, almost like they're trying to escape, like they're being imprisoned there on the shoulders of the Priest. I like the shadow effect or the enhanced glow over the eyes with this veil here. The horns there on the top of the mantle, not a big fan of, but it's pretty popular on Priests. It's been going back since tier 1 and even our dungeon sets, so it's pretty staple trademark as far as priests are concerned. Next is the Druid. Now, Druid definitely is a close runner for first favorite sets. I feel like Druids always get some pretty sick looking gear, and this one is not exempt from that. It almost reminds me of Hakar. It's got that snake god look to it, and I'm sure again it would probably look a lot different, or maybe even better on a troll or a night elf. I feel like this set would look just dope on a troll, but it's got that snake helm look to it, just the wings there on the side. I like the set a lot. I can't say enough good things things about it. Onto the Mage set. This one, I'm not so sure about. And then again, I guess it doesn't really matter because I don't play a Mage, so it doesn't really matter if I don't like it. The shoulders are definitely the coolest part, I think, and the helmet reminds me of something out of The Legend of Zelda. Can't quite put my finger on it. Almost like one of the Gyarados, or however you pronounce it. I can never say it right. I just know they have a cool song in The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Fact. But again, the set itself, kind of cool. Definitely going heavy with the chains. Definitely not a horrible looking set though, but not my favorite. But that's okay. Next is the Hunter. Hunter, I got the biggest chuckle out of because with this helmet on and on a dwarf, definitely makes that dwarf look like a cat. Looks like a giant cat. I can't take it. I can't take it serious. But those shoulders are pretty dope. You have the iron wolves there going on with the flames jettisoning there out of the mouth. I like how each of the wolf heads has different horns going on. This one almost looks like ram horns, whereas this one just has the singular horn coming off the top there. Definitely a cool looking set, except for that helm on a dwarf. I can't. And then we come to the rogue. Also, one interesting fact I noticed, again, because there's no belt or boots available necessarily right now on the beta, except for what is available through the PvP vendors, there is leg hair on the human males now. I'm not sure how long that's been in the game, but I just noticed there's leg hair there. As cool as the set looks, I cannot get past that helmet, and it makes me think of the villain from the SpongeBob SquarePants episode. What was his name? The Manta Ray, the Manta whatever dude. But the set itself is cool looking. It's not massively big or bulky. It's definitely stealthy enough to be a rogue set, so not too bad there, I don't think. And last but not least, we do have the monk set, and I did decide to equip the Primal Gladiator's fist weapons here just to show those off for a bit because I realized I hadn't used any classes with fist weapons displaying those, so figured I'd get 2 birds, 1 stone here. Boom. But the monk set I like. It's a bit strange and off because it looks very stonish, has a rocky feeling, but then again, I suppose for a monk that could be kind of a cool feel depending on if you're into the RP feel, and it definitely gives you the feel of being that rock steady, focused, centered monk martial arts master. So definitely one of the cooler looking sets, I think. So yeah, I think that's it. This should just about do it. Don't think I missed anything. Definitely Paladin's my favorite so far out of all the tier sets here for tier 17 on the heroic difficulty. I'm thinking those shoulders are doing it for me. I don't know, it just looks good. I like the set, I like the colors, I like the feel. But yeah, that's gonna just about do it. Let me know in the comments what set you thought was your favorite. Are you a raider? Are you looking forward to your tier of gear? Also, let me know if you have any thoughts on Blizzard making sets of gear and particular looks exclusive to difficulties of raiding. Personally, again, I think it's great. It's not like it's barring you from getting any sets or tiers. It's not barring you or keeping you out of seeing content just because of the wide variety of difficulties they have for raiding. But again, I like the idea of rewarding players that are willing to go after the harder difficulties and the harder challenges with something that makes them stand out, be like, hey, I did it, I achieved it, I'm hardcore. I just think that kind of stuff is kind of cool. As a gamer, I'm all about that kind of stuff, and understanding that there's going to be a lot of things that I'll never get to experience or achieve in the game, and that's okay. Also, quick question for you guys. I wanted to ask, do you like the longer video length, say 15 to 20 minutes plus, depending on what the video is, obviously, or do you prefer these shorter videos? Because I'm having a hard time deciding, does it really matter? Do you not care? But trying to find the sweet spot for video length, because I know sometimes 20 minutes can be pushing it, sometimes 10 minutes just doesn't feel long enough. I don't know. I mean, I know what I have my preferences for when it comes to video length, but I want to hear from you guys because you guys are the ones watching these, and obviously I'm making them for you guys. I mean, it's half for me because it's fun and I enjoy it, but then it's half for you guys as well because you're the ones that are sitting down to watch them. It'd be kind of weird if I sat down to just watch my own videos. Kind of strange, actually. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you can. That'd be great. And until next time, see you guys.